Hey, what's up? Welcome to DGen Ed. That's degenerative education, meaning none of this is financial advice. Just me having fun looking at charts and going over some data. And so here in this video, I'm going to go over basically this tweet that I posted on Neo after a long day at work. Yeah, hopefully this is helpful. Let me know in the comments if you enjoy this style of video. I think it's going to be a nice way to share a lot of information and hopefully not too much time. So anyways, I'm just going to read the tweet. I'm reluctant to say that I'm intrigued by NEO, as it has been an incredibly painful stock to hold, but the gradual increase of net call premium to nearly $4 million on Monday, along with net put premium decreasing by $1 million, has sparked my interest. And so the contract with the most volume traded on Monday was the $3.50 call expiring in September, which is currently in the money. However, it wasn't a few days ago when open interest was around 9,000, and it's now approaching 200,000, likely opening Tuesday above 200,000, because I believe there was about 40,000 contracts traded today, and it does look like it was buying. And I'm recording this actually after midnight, so the 40,000 contracts likely bought on Monday. And then so looking at the next screenshot, looking at the $3.50 call that expires September 19th, over the past 90 days. So looking at the contract over the full spread that I can look at in unusual whales the past 90 days, and as well looking at the NEO premium over the past 30 days, because that's the maximum I can look at in unusual whales for the premium like this. And so it definitely looks like there is something unusual happening. These have been flat, not a lot of interest in them, and now we're starting to see these big spikes starting to pop up. And so, while looking at the stock charts, just diving into it very briefly here, I would imagine it's likely to be losing some steam, because basically every single time I thought NEO was going to be breaking out, it pulled back. And it was very disappointing. And so I haven't really been covering NEO that much just because it's been so disappointing. However, maybe this time's different. Maybe the move is just being digested right now and will continue higher. And so I didn't include this part in the post, but just to kind of mention that, volume looks pretty elevated, but we did see a little bit of a pullback in the volume today, and also a less of a spread in the candle for the trading. So yeah, I'm kind of wondering if it is just being digested and it might be continuing to go higher. And this is just, one step on the way up. And then so the max pain for this Friday, and actually for the next few Fridays, so getting into, I believe, August, max pain is $3.50. And so if price does continue to move higher, perhaps we could see a gamma squeeze or a gamma ramp, progressively making its way higher, which could be further amplified if China were to announce some stimulus soon. And so that really just gets me thinking, because at the beginning of the year, kind of my thesis with NEO and really just Chinese stocks in general was that China was going to release some stimulus. And I might be mistaken, but I don't think they really have yet. So maybe what's going on, whether it's with NEO or with Chinese stocks in general, you'll have to let me know, because I don't really follow them. But maybe we're going to be seeing some very violent moves to the upside. So whether it's, the $3.50 call that expires in September, there are actually a number of other contracts that had a lot of volume. So I can actually just pull them up here. Highest volume, this is for Monday, $3.50 call for September. As I'd mentioned, it's in my watch list. But then also the $3.50 call that expires in November. So a little bit more time between now and expiration. Then for this coming Friday, it looks like, the $4 strike call for the 18th, expiring in 3 days. I've seen a pretty big increase in open interest from Friday into Monday, over 14,000 contracts there, and then a volume of over 36,000 contracts traded on Monday. So yeah, I am very curious, are we starting to see what could be the beginning of a gamma ramp? And that Neo, maybe it's going to be getting up to $8. I talked about that before, so I don't, I'm afraid of that number. I don't want to suggest that it will, but maybe at least we could be getting up to fill these gaps. 471, 517, I've covered them in the past. That 517 also does seem to correspond with this 100% extension over here, 516, and then also the 1618 extension would be around $6. So maybe this move that we're seeing here with all of this volume behind it, the slight decrease in volume there, as maybe it's just getting digested, starting to go higher. But yeah, I did add this. I cleaned up the chart a little bit, but I did add this trend line going back from the high from September 30th of 2024, kind of approximate, tops over here. And yeah, it does look like, we have kind of broken out from that, but maybe we do pull back to like this yellow line here, which is based on the lows over here. Those two pivot points, that would be around, 360. So there is still, definitely a lot of risk, and I would caution that. But, looking at this options data, let's see, this one right here, that's just pretty crazy. It's $4 million increase in net call premium. Looking at this over the past 90 days, something's changed here. So I'm really excited about it. I wanted to share it with you guys, even though I should be sleeping because it's been a long day. But yeah, I just had to share it. So I hope that you guys have a great start to your Tuesday. But as always, those are just my thoughts. If you found them helpful, make sure you like the video, share your thoughts in the comments down below, and make sure you subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thanks a lot. Take care, you guys. Bye.